Hi, greetings. It's me, Dr. Paul Gerhardt, and I wanted to share a sample of one of the very best final projects for Management 283. So here's the deal. A lot of students are shocked that they have to do a team project in a management program. Well, what do managers do? Well, managers learn to manage people, and the deal with people is we're not all the same. And sometimes we think we're all the same, but we're not, and we don't think all the same. But the cool thing about teams is if you really are a good team player, you learn to do the work like everybody needs to be doing the individual research on every single section of this final project, documenting it in the week 2 workspace, and then coming together as a team to talk about the ideas to make it better, and then writing the paper together. It's not something that can be just thrown together, but it's the same thing in the workplace. You learn to work better with people. It's one of the most important qualities that employers are looking for, is people who could be good team players and good leaders. So that's why we have team projects in our program in almost every management class. So this project really is about you showing that you can do the critical thinking and do the work in building a nonprofit organization that actually physically delivers the product or services that your company wrote about. And you're usually working with another organization or many organizations to make sure that you can sustain what you've started, at least in theory. But you actually do have to make sure that you are delivering products or services that you and your team have decided upon doing. This particular paper, it became an actual nonprofit organization. So this is what I love it. It's actually been featured in the Pierce College newspaper and is being run by a Pierce College graduate. And so it's really impressive how this team together figured out how to create a nonprofit, and then, step by step by step. So it's about showing your professor that you understand how to apply the key concepts of the course. That's what most final projects are all about. In this case, you're building a nonprofit organization. You're showing what the leadership looks like. You show understand who needs the product or services, and then you have developed ways to help sustain it. So at Pierce College, we have a big focus on helping others and helping others in the community who need help. And so this is what's called a service learning project. And that's why Management 283 is a core class in our program, and you're required to do a service learning project that benefits the organization. So as you go, and I've been teaching this class for 18 years now, and every year we see some really good projects that come, and we see some terrible projects. And sometimes students think they could do this project in the last minute and still get an A, and it's pretty hard to do. You'll see this paper is 46 pages long. And we're not looking for a 46-page paper, but we are looking for you to make sure that you and your team all work on every single section individually, and then talk about your individual sections, and then take the best of what each member has written about in the week 2 team workspace. And so that's the collaboration piece. So if you're a good team, you create synergy, which means the pieces collectively equal more than the whole, or the whole more than the pieces. Sorry. So take a look at this cover page. I like it. For the most part, it's formatted correctly. Ideally, with APA, all of this would be 12-point font, but I love the fact that they've got a logo, and it just looks professional. You can look at the content, and generally speaking, in an APA 7th edition paper, the title of the paper would be 3/4 of the way, but this is acceptable in my book. A table of contents, so you can see that just looking at the table of contents, that this team did an excellent job of making sure that everything I listed in the syllabus is listed here in the table of contents. So they did the work. I mean, you could pause and rewind this as you need, but you can clearly see that they've done an excellent job of thoroughly walking through, at least with the page numbers, meeting the expectations of the syllabus and the rubric. So this is a level 1 heading, an introduction, and they're talking about tool management process and techniques. And you can, again, pause it. I'm just kind of letting you see what that looks like. Here's a level 2 heading, an in-text citation, so they're doing a good job citing their work. Here they're talking about the different levels of managers and people who are involved in the leadership team, management, supervision, and leadership, and they talk about the differences between management, supervision, and leadership here, and then they're citing their sources. Here they're talking about specific types of leadership, and they're citing a source, not the most academic source, by the way. Their mission statement, they've written this together, and so again, a mission statement says who we are and what we do. Level 2 heading under mission statement is purpose, so they're related. Policies, procedures, and job descriptions. So ideally every paragraph should be indented in an APA 7th edition paper. I gave these guys a little bit of leniency because they were so thorough on this. So you can kind of pause and rewind as you see fit, but you can kind of see, did they do what they should? This is job description, so I think this job description actually should have been a level 1 heading, but I can see why they thought it should be a level 2. So you can read the job descriptions, and job descriptions tell what is expected minimally of people who are doing it. It's a legal document, of course. So those were a little bit small, but they summarized what they do. Problems and theories. Their goal-setting theory was one of the major theories, and path goal theories. And so in this section, they should be showing that they can apply the theories that we talk about in our textbook here in their sample company, which is described in here later. Expectancy theory, ERG theory. So they really should have cited their sources in here, but I gave them a little bit of leniency, but because they were so thorough in covering theories and talking about how they apply in an organization. So good managers should understand how to apply theories in order. And theories are really important because they help us diagnose what's happening, and they also prescribe a solution to what should be done when something happens. So that's one way of looking at least management and leadership theories. So I thought they did an excellent job outlining those things. Change management and workplace ethics. This is one of the requirements, so it's a level 1 heading. Ethics is subheading of this level 1 heading here. Nice job citing their source with an in-text citation. Again, if I go back into the reference section, they should all be in alphabetical order. Again, you can pause this. I'm trying not to make it a long video, but I did want you to have a sample that you can look at and ask yourself, how did they do this? Do I understand what's happening? How are they making sure that this company, the people of this organization could sustainably get the products or services that we're writing about? So a lot of times it has to do with having the right people in the right places doing the right things. So again, you can pause this. I know I'm scrolling through pretty quickly, but I just wanted you to get a good look at it. Ideally, you shouldn't be citing the textbook as much as you have. You should be doing library research. Talk to a librarian. Ask them to help you use Boolean terms to be able to find resources that help support specific ideas and help you better understand specific ideas. So in here they actually mention some of their team members by name and what they've done and their individual contributions, because again, remember, a large chunk of the points actually come from actually proving evidence. And in their presentation, they showed pictures of them delivering the products that they have done. This heading actually should be in Times New Roman rather than this Arial type font. I love the thoroughness of them really thinking through the key concepts. This is diversity, thinking about that. Here they talk about employee resource groups. And again, you can pause it at any time. And then their references. Notice the references should be reverse indented. This one didn't get reverse indented. It looks like the other ones are, and they should be in alphabetical order. Publication titles should be in italics. There are lots of samples online for APA 7th edition. So here's some, in their appendix, some images, and you get a big idea of their organizational structure, a flyer, what they do. I mean, they just did a wonderful job. Here's a sample letter for a donation. You can see that this team just really embraced this project. Here's some pictures of the team members delivering the project. So just a really cool. You can see this why they were praised by Pierce College in the magazine. So anyway, hopefully this is an example that helps you understand what's expected. Again, you can rewind it and take a look at it and ask yourself how well you think they did in meeting the expectations found in the syllabus. I hope that you found this helpful. I appreciate all your hard work, and I hope that you have a great day, because only you get to choose how you feel about it. I'm Dr. Paul Gerhardt.